So if you like this video, stay tuned, or rather subscribe to the channel to get more videos about design and creativity and what it can do for your organization. Hi, I'm Vincent. I'm sorry, did I confuse you? Because I meant to. Ever since the day I started to draw from imagination, I knew I wanted to be some sort of designer. I started out in architecture, but settled on industrial product design as I was more drawn to the physical interaction with products. Architects are specialized in preventing contact with their designs, or at least it's more comfortable when you don't run into the walls all the time. Now, products like chairs, remote controls, door handles, knives, backpacks, they typically involve touching them in order to use them. And that's why I think that ergonomics is an incredibly important field to master to successfully design anything. Now, ergonomics do not always involve physical interaction. Often it deals with perception. And depending on the looks, you will twist, turn, slide or flip a button for it to work. A lot of shapes everyone encounters during the day are already well established. From experience you know that this is a thing to sit on. But so is this, and with a bit more imagination so is this. But this will not sit very comfortable, and this is just plain stupid. And the beauty of it is, I really don't have to explain why. When it comes to designing things that don't exist yet, imagination and experience play an important role in deciding whether a shape or a color is exactly right. Sure, often color and form are purely taste-related matter, but sometimes you can absolutely get it completely wrong. Like a pretty blue dot on a hot water tap. And a wrongly tilted red cross on a white tent will also not be very helpful in achieving the intended purpose. What I realized when contemplating this topic is that I'm actually talking about communication. The effectiveness of visual communication is heavily reliant on conventions. What has already been established? What do we already get? What do we know and what do we expect? Imagine a poster with a huge date on it. Free everything. Getting people excited or move in a certain direction with some visual trickery is actually quite easy. People are stupid that way. I mean, they only follow what they already believe is true. People always search for things that connect to their experience. That's how we're wired. So to have people take smart and safe decisions, it's inevitable to closely follow to what they already expect. Now this of course is the same for less wholesome propagandistic expressions and various other devious agendas. And I don't want to promote any misleading strategies that serve no well-meant purpose. Also, I usually have much more mundane projects to solve. But even in the simplest of imaginative tasks, you can be faced with expectations that go right against experience. Like recently I was working on a website for a restaurant. The project is currently on lockdown due to the corona situation, unfortunately, but one day I was discussing the menu with them. What needs to go in there and on what level should it be? Some information is needed very quickly, so it has to lay right at the surface of the website. But some other info might have a smaller priority and can be put in a submenu. So this way, the interface stays clear from clutter, while all the information can still easily be found. Browsing the internet has become a very common thing to do. And there are a lot of unwritten laws that are widely understood. Like, if you get lost on a website, you simply click on the company logo and return to the homepage. Or if you want to ask them a question, you will check the FAQ section or you search for the contact button. And often you will find a menu button that will bring up a menu from which you can pick any page from the site. But in the case of this restaurant, their first instinct was to have a button called menu that would bring you to a page where they would present you the menu they serve for breakfast, lunch and dinner. And my argument of course was that the word menu in a restaurant makes perfect sense. But on a website it often means something totally different. I'm sure both cases make perfect sense, and I'm sure that people expect one or the other, no matter what we choose. But we don't want to frustrate any visitors to the website. So we better make a choice that clearly describes both, like say site navigation and our meals. Both are clear to what they mean without intercepting one another. So up until this point I have explained that often the obvious choice is the right choice. And in this last example I briefly explained that sometimes the obvious choice might not be the right choice. But still, there needs to be a clear as day solution. But what about originality and creativity, I hear you say? I don't want to fall in line with all the cliches out there. I want to be unique. The stuff I communicate needs to be surprising and remarkable. If everyone is doing the same thing, where's my edge? Well, yes, that's true. But then also ask yourself, what are you trying to accomplish? What kind of a problem are you trying to solve? As a designer, having a firm understanding of how stuff is done really helps you in your design process. If you know the rules, you can break them. So analyzing your problem right before you start designing will greatly improve your workflow. It's like my mother used to yell at me, "Think before you act, you stupid." And often rightly so. And that's exactly what the point of this story entails. To lead the way forward, just follow the directions that are already out there, so you won't get lost. So to end our story less confusing than it started, if you like this video, stay tuned, or rather, subscribe to get more videos about design and creativity and what it can do for your organization. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.